Hello and welcome back to the back nine coverage of round 2 of the River City Open for our FPO division, brought to you by 616 Graphics, Wolfpack Discs, Discraft, and Great Lakes Discs. My name is Zachary O'Haron, and on the commentator's mic with me, I have Stacy. How's it going, Stacy?
I'm awesome. Thank you again for having me on the commentary.
Of course, you've been doing awesome, and we've got an awesome card here for you guys to watch here on the back nine here at Hammond Hill. Everyone actually shooting pretty well so far. No real major mistakes as we head into hole 10. Stacy, break this hole down for us.
This one is a par 3, 274 feet. It's pretty downhill. I think most of us are going to go for putters or mid-ranges. Anything else is just going to skip really far, but you do have to navigate through a lot of trees.
And the basket sits on this little mound, the anthill at the very bottom there. So it plays a little elevated. Stacy going low, and she knows that's too low. She's been cutting grass earlier this round.
Yeah, she has been a lot. Poor Cynthia.
I wonder if that's because she's in the woods and she's trying to come down. Is that a Nova in your hand?
Yeah, I didn't know my bag very well at this point.
Okay.
I did park it in practice once, but looking back at it now, I definitely probably would have thrown a rat or a lion.
Okay.
I wonder what Lisa's throwing here, because this is ace run. Dang it.
I'm just not allowed to get lucky on the channel, I swear.
That was so clean. If that wasn't there, that would have hit basket somewhere.
Yeah, so my cameraman, Donut, is very good at what he does. And he said later to me on the drive home, he's like, oh yeah, Lisa almost had an ace if that tree wasn't there, because it was 100% going to smash.
I looking at that angle, there's no way it wouldn't have. And Sarah had a very great shot. She is like, 10 feet from the pin, just at the very base of that mound?
Yeah, if that.
Yeah. That was a beautiful drive. So clean as well.
This is a scary upshot from Cynthia, just because there are a lot of little plinko trees. And so any misfire from your shot can leave yourself 80 short, 60 short, or obstructed putt. Even this one, it was good distance, but she's off left, and that's going to be a tester, circle's edge.
And I don't think the video does this mound justice.
Not at all.
Lisa. Dang it. The mound is much more intimidating in person than it looks on camera. It just makes the putt so much more challenging and exciting.
Oh, Cynthia, just a touch short.
It's that mound, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's like elevated, but it doesn't look elevated because the pin's normal height.
It's a tease.
Yes, it is. It's one little tease. And in fact, if you know anything about this course, it is a tease to a hole coming up in the future. I would say the back nine is the much more difficult nine on this course.
Oh, for sure. There's no doubt.
We got some doozy holes coming up here, and it's going to test these players.
Great birdie, Sarah. That's got to feel good at this point in the round.
Yeah, get a stroke on the card. Plus on a couple players, too. And this hole played at over par average at 3.24, and the only birdie on the round was Sarah DeMar.
Wow, really? That surprises me.
I'm assuming the anthill got a lot of people.
Got a lot of people.
All right, maybe one of my favorite holes, hole 11. Stacy, tell everyone at home the pathway to success.
It is a par 3, questionable par 4, 420 feet off the tee pad. You have a little bit of a gap, but it's not as intimidating as you think it is. Basically, you're just trying to get a power shot out the middle, and then you have to navigate through this tunnel and have it finished left. And you just have to smash.
Yeah, it's 450 power minimum. And Sarah's headed off left.
At least she's out of the bush, though. She'll have an open, at least a standstill, which I think from her distance, that's all you really need from there. I know at this point I was getting really sick of par, so I played very aggressive here and gave it full power.
Looks like a good snap, but it's going to be right.
And she's in the bushes.
How dare she?
I know. She was that. I still have that wraith.
Ooh, is it a Climo wraith?
No.
Oh,
just a. Actually, it might be.
I love my 11-time Climo wraiths. Those are Those were really good.
Yeah, that's a perfect spot where she threw that right there. Yeah, I think most of my star wraiths are Ken Climo now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I throw a lot of them.
It's those secret Innova tips if you throw Innova.
The Ken Climo ones are the best.
Mm-hmm. Cynthia doing the same. She's going to follow Lisa there, but be 2 feet closer.
Yeah, they're all in a really good, like, a way better spot than me, clearly. I had to do some spiky, Annie, crazy. Should I have just laid up to the middle? Absolutely. Did I do that?
No. Not at all. You were being aggressive.
I told you I was so sick of parring.
Mm-hmm. But
like here, to get a par would feel like a birdie. So yeah. I felt like I had to be really aggressive and just, novice mentalities. Oh, Lisa just giving it a little too much juice.
Yeah, she had a good angle, but definitely too much. So here's another chance where maybe Cynthia can get another stroke back.
Oh, man, she is just playing with that grass. If you missed the front half and you're just joining us, Cynthia has been throwing pretty low today, and there's a lot of holes where she was literally mowing the grass with the disc, and it was like making grass fly everywhere.
She left some bald spots out there for sure.
Yeah, and she always recovered, and then they were all amazing shots. I think except for one got her. So here we are. She's doing an Annie forehand. Leaves it a little short still. I mean, when you're in all that foliage and stuff, I mean, probably the best thing unless she had. Come on, Lisa. Wow, great par. I thought she'd be way further into that stuff.
Yeah, I was shocked, actually. I didn't remember her coming through all the way, and I think Donut talked about how it just, like, kind of hit the top of that bush and then kept getting pushed and picked up and then landed because the trees knew it was a Sky God, too, and it had to treat it right.
Wow, nice. I think that's the first and only time I have done a fist bump for a double bogey.
It was a great putt, though.
It was a good putt from a knee, but that double bogey hurts.
It wasn't a par.
Because at that point, I was still tied with Cynthia.
Right. Because, yeah, you just haven't had any mistakes. Cynthia has kind of had a lot of birdies, and she's picked up some random bogeys. So she's kind of playing up and down right now, and you've been just like this steady tugboat of consistency, and that's really the first time it's been veered off that. But we'll see if you can get back on track here on hole 12. This one I would also call probably a par 4 in this division for sure. But even for the MPO, I'd probably call par 4 because it is impossible to reach for most people unless you have a crazy powerful forehand.
Yeah, it's a backwards S. So, the only way is a flex forehand at like 450 feet, which none of us have. So what we're going to have to do is throw a hyzer shot, hopefully around all these trees. She got a very lucky kick back to the fairway.
Amen.
Okay, but you could stop, though.
And champ love forward another 25 feet.
Yeah. So basically, you're going to try to get around these trees and then probably another upshot to the pin and hope for a 3 at best.
Yeah.
Sarah also getting kind of caught up in those trees on the left-hand side. And that is the trick here. You don't want to go too far right because there's a tree that gets in that way, but you also don't want to be too far left and leave it short. Cynthia looks like she has it dialed.
This looks perfect. You can kind of see that white stake in the hill there. That's like where there's 3 pin positions for this hole. So that stake is the short position. This is the long position that the basket's in right now. And there's a super long position that I was really hoping that they would play for this event. But they didn't do it this year. Maybe in a future event. And you've got this you would have maybe just aced on the short basket there. Holy smokes.
That would have been cool.
That would have been sick.
Yeah, alas.
Next.
I'll have to settle for a par.
And Sarah turning this one over, and it's going to get caught up early.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite pin position is the super long. It's like another 250 feet of where that white stake is left into the woods.
Oh, Lisa just not putting it out wide enough for that forehand. She's going to be in the stuff on the right. Hopefully she can have a putt look. I'm not really sure where it ended up in relativity to the basket. But
I think it's pretty short.
Is it?
Yeah. And Cynthia looking just, you know what, put it in circle, let me give myself a 3 look. Try to get another stroke as quick as possible because she's lost 2 in the last 2 holes, so she really needs to get that, turned around pretty soon here in order to kind of get that back from Lisa. There's a good rhino shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I was right. I was just kind of guessing on the rhino disc. I was just assuming.
Any forehand upshot
at this point?
Rhino. Yeah, at this point in my game. Sit down, run. Okay. Oh, perfect.
Got the run still going. We haven't got a lot of throw-ins yet.
No, we almost had a ton from round 1 if you go back and watch those. Courtney Cannon, man, she was lighting the basket up, just never getting rewarded for it.
All right.
So if you haven't watched round 1, go back and watch that.
Cynthia there able to get a stroke back from Lisa. Lisa kind of with that, her first, I would say maybe her first mistake, just kind of a misfire there with her forehand. She has gone to the forehand a little bit more often this round. I think that just kind of attributes to the woods here. But we're going to head hole 13. Speaking of anthills, this is a real one right here. Stacy.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Break it down.
This one, you're just trying to play out to the middle. If you can get around this tree that you see at the bottom right, you just want to get kind of right about here on your drive. And then you work your way up to this giant mound that they put the basket on, which makes putting very scary. If you're at the base of that and you're like 20 feet out, that is a bold putt. You have to be very confident. It is very uphill.
Most people will putt, just throw it under the basket, climb the hill, and tap in. But even that's not guaranteed because it's very rolly. It has been dubbed, if you play at this course locally, they've dubbed it the anthill. So that's the anthill. And that's a smash from Cynthia.
Yeah. And that is the exact spot that you want to be in. She could not have thrown that better. I mean, like I said, this round for her, she's been throwing off the tee pad so well.
Oh, a tree kick from you. Get out.
It did not.
Oh, rude.
I just wasn't feeling very confident. Yeah, I just didn't hit that gap.
Is that a wraith?
I don't remember.
Orange?
It probably was.
Yeah.
Or yeah, it probably was my wraith.
We know what this is from Lisa. That would be a turn.
Yeah. That is her halo turn.
And those are ideal landing spots from Lisa and Cynthia there. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, don't do what I did.
Yeah, don't go right.
Bad news bears.
Bad news bears. I haven't heard that in so long.
And this is Sarah getting around it as well. Everyone playing this hole well except for me.
This
Thanks, guys.
This is so weird. I've played this course. This is probably one of my favorite, if I want to treat myself on a weekend, I'll go to this course. I really like it. I've never seen so many people attack that small bush in the fairway to the right side of it. It's always been above it and try to hit the line of it. So it's really weird to watch 3 players almost hit that gap because it's just I would never even be able to hit that if I tried.
Yeah, it's very impressive. They all played this so well.
You got a good tree kick there, or foliage kick down.
Lucky.
So you're in the fairway.
I mean, that was like a touch backhand, no run up. Not all I had at this time was full power or nothing with my backhand. And so that was just awkward feeling for me.
Lisa's at the base of the anthill. She's a little far back, but Cynthia's penetrating.
Cynthia. Oh my gosh, that was just so pure. Do you think she'll run that?
It's the worst distance to run from because you should, but you shouldn't.
Exactly. So what do? Do you lay up for par? Do you just get it to the top of the anthill, or do you run it?
Oh no, I run it.
Rolling away.
Oh, I run it every time.
You run it every time?
That's why I'm not a touring pro.
Fair enough. At least you're honest with yourself about it.
Yeah, I know what my shortcomings are. I just can't fix it. That's a mental thing. Yeah. There's a great upshot from Hugh.
Thanks. Yeah. It's that distance of do you run this or do you not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's things with this anthill I would like to see change potentially to make it a little more fair. That's got to sit on the hill.
Does it sit?
It does, I think.
I think so too.
I would like to see maybe in the future. Oh, a little short from Lisa. I would like to see in the future maybe if you do any work, kind of put maybe a couple tiers on it so you have some flat spots, especially maybe at that 15-foot to 10-foot marker. Oh, she ran it. Ah.
Oh, good dodge. Good dodge.
Yeah,
So it's basically she has to do the exact same putt again. Does she run this one?
Oh, I mean, you got it, right?
No, sit. Oh my
Don't
gosh.
stop it.
Stop.
Okay, on the hill. This still is going to be a tough putt, but on the hill. Shout out to Tim Sylvain, who was caddying for Lisa, who came over and picked up a log to get it out of Cynthia's way because she was having some trouble getting it moved. It was pretty big and heavy, and they were able to get it moved together.
Nice.
All right, so this is in Lisa's range.
Oh, just missed it. And I'm pretty sure it rolled away.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's still rolling. Yep, there it is.
Okay, now
No.
Stop.
And this is the danger. I think Lisa's probably smart enough at this point. She's going to say, yeah, she's like, no,
Yeah.
we're done with this. We're just going to put her by the basket.
Holly Finley has this rule. She's allowed to run it twice, and if you don't get it on the second run, you lay up.
Hey, that's what Lisa just did.
Yeah.
Cynthia's going to walk away with a bogey here. The hole on average for the field was 4.86, so played as a really easy par 5 or a really, really, really hard par 4 for this field today.
And I bet it was I think the major problem was probably just the putting green.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is elevation that a lot of us just aren't really used to putting to such an extreme.
I agree. Hole 14 now, 399 feet, mostly downhill. What's your play here?
This honestly, in my mind, you just bomb it.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of if you're right-handed, a backhand as far as you can, that'll finish left. And then just play the upshot. I also think this for the FPO division. Well, I don't know. I don't know about this one.
It's reachable, but it's a huge throw.
You'd have to smash it. You'd have to have like Haley King, Paige Pierce kind of power.
I will say that, again, normally this course plays with a lot of tailwind on this hole from what I remember. You parked the short position. You've done that twice now.
Yeah.
But,
just learning my bag still. I didn't have. I would have, if I could go back, I would have thrown the Destroyer instead of my Wraith because that one is one that I got in my allotment, and I just didn't know it very well, and she just flies so straight.
And now you know.
Now I know.
So I think it's reachable, especially with the tailwind. You can see Cynthia trying to kind of gauge that there. If you have a tailwind, I think all four of you could probably reach the hole. Even Sarah is in a good position. As we see Cynthia throwing that, she's got to stop cutting the grass.
Yeah, she did she hit a tree there?
Yeah, she skimmed the top of one of the short trees there.
Oh, man. She's just throwing low today.
Yeah, and I remember her being a little frustrated about it in the sense of saying she's just like, I know I'm throwing really good lines, but I'm like just 4 or 5 feet low for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, she's nailing most of her drives. I mean, we're seeing really good drives from Cynthia. Just, yeah, like she said, just a little too low.
And that's going to be a tough putt for par.
Yeah.
Now, she did gain quite a few strokes on Lisa from the previous hole. So they're within 2 now. So and you're within 1. We've got ourselves quite the race going on. Get through. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll take those.
Yeah, all day. I was very happy with that. I think what saved me this round was those upshots. And Sarah giving it a bid. Oh, nice. I get so excited.
No fear from Sarah. Cynthia to save it.
Oh.
Just a touch short.
You can just see her frustration. She's so close so often, and she's just not getting rewarded.
And she's really developed over the last, I'd say, year and a half that I've seen her play. I think she's with Discmania now, too, and so congratulations to her and her new sponsorship. But I'm really excited to see what she's able to do this 2022 season.
Oh, she's going to have a big year.
See, Donut, they must have said something, I missed it, but they must have said something funny in the background because Donut was laughing about it. All right, hole 15. This is one of the trickier holes in my mind. What do we got going on here?
312 feet, very reachable for all of us. You have all of these guardian trees, but it's open most of the way. You can either try to throw straight through them on the right-hand side and get lucky, or you can do like a big turnover backhand or a forehand if you can reach that distance. I am opting for a big turnover backhand which at the time I had in my arsenal for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
So I had like just learned how to throw a turnover backhand.
It was G
and I
star and it was
really-
orange. Oh,
Yeah, that I think is a sidewinder.
okay.
If I remember correctly, I lost her on tour at some point.
Oh, sad face. And Sarah really, like you said, poke and pray a little bit on that right side, but she, had to pray a little bit because she got hurt. She got hit early.
It was a really good throw, though. It looked like a really clean line. Lisa going with that turn again. It looks like.
Yeah, she's trying to get this.
Going with that.
Oh, she hit the same tree.
Yep. I'm telling you, that's why I was going for the backhand line because I didn't have the distance, but it is a little open there on the left-hand side from the basket for that turnover, but easier shot. I
think if you have the forehand power, I think that's the best play because the hole opens up and Cynthia's saying, and don't do any of that. Just park the whole backhand, Zach.
Forget everything that I said. Do what Cynthia did.
Do what that person just did.
Do that.
I don't think I need to tell anyone what disc that was, but it's by the basket. I think people are going to say, I wonder how many times Zach's going to say Sky God 2 now. I was like, all right, I'll stop.
Someone count it and put it in the comments.
Sky God 2 counter. I hope they're counting the ones I just said.
Oh my gosh.
Hint, hint.
I think they should. Oh. That's a good bid.
It was. Right there. Cynthia with a chance of getting a stroke back. Here we go.
Great birdie.
She's going to get a stroke back from Lisa. It's going to be that kind of mix. You're back where we were originally. 2 strokes off of Lisa, and you're 1 stroke back from her. It's still a tight race here. I think it's tighter than what Lisa was looking to do. She had played so well at Brewer. I think she was looking to extend her lead, and this course just plays difficult. And now we're into hole 16.
The anthill got her.
Yes, it did.
Hole 16, par 3, 358 feet. This one is, I think, at the edge of all the distance of the women, at least, that we have here right now. You have an option. This is the one with the tree in the middle, isn't it? Where you kind of have to go to the right or left of it. To me, did she worm burn again?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh no, Cynthia.
She must have something on the bottom of the disc she's trying to rub off.
Yeah. I opted to just play it safe and get to the middle of the fairway and then just play it for 3, hoping that I got to the middle of the fairway. I don't remember if I did or not.
I think if you throw 300 feet like in the air, like you can carry like the 320, 310 distance, you're probably doing fine because it's only about, I would say, just about 300 feet to get over the crest of that hill. So, and once you get past that, the disc downhill will naturally carry an extra 40, 50 feet. So you can get yourself in circle that way. But it's a much tighter gap than it looks. Like you can see there, Lisa probably threw it 300 feet exactly, and it carried an extra 30 feet. So now she's at the bottom of the hill with a 45-foot look.
Yeah, and the branches and leaves of that tree in the middle also make it very challenging to, get the amount of air that you potentially need also. So that just kind of plays a factor as well. Riciotti doing a forehand upshot. Looks good to me. Giving her a little tester.
She's just trying to play, I think, as safe as possible, trying to not to lose any strokes here because within 2 is in striking distance. So just trying to not lose that position. That's a great upshot from Sarah.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
All right, Lisa's got to be running this with an unnamed disc.
Man, I wonder what she threw there. I'll have to ask her.
Yeah. Blue halo, pink center. You're just inside circle here.
Yeah.
Am side.
Good bid. Oh, come on, buddy. It was all right.
I've always seen myself, filmed, and someone shows me and I look at my face. I'm like, I'm so disappointed for a really good effort. Like, what am I mad about?
Exactly. Oh, great par save from Cynthia.
Yep, not losing any strokes. That's just what she needed. Sarah here with her fierce. Should be just a tap in for her. And it is. 2 more tap ins here. and we'll be moving on to the hole 17. It is turning into quite the race. 2 strokes between first and second, 1 stroke from you and Cynthia. And we don't know what's going on yet really on the chase card, but we do have some movement going on up there. Things are getting pretty interesting here with the last 2 to play. Last couple chances to get some strokes. Hole 17, 419. What's going on here?
This one, you have a pretty straight gap. This tree here, for some reason, even though it's tiny, eats up a lot of frisbees. I kind of just went full power, trying to put a little bit of flex on it, something that doesn't finish too hard left, and just played it for a 3. And this is an interesting tee pad because it angles to a direction that's not even close to the basket, but they added this little extra triangle. I thought it was hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
Little direction.
Yeah, it's just like someone laid the. And I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember you guys having a conversation of whether or not you could use it.
I'm sure we did.
Because Cynthia there stayed on the normal pad and didn't use the extra triangle.
Yeah, I wonder if she was just scared of it because it's not as even. Yeah, because Sarah's using it.
Yeah, okay.
That's kind of funny that we were questioning if we could even use that triangle.
Because I remember you guys saying something about it, but everyone agreed that you could. And the TD says that. Oh, Tung Do, one of the local spotters. Thanks to all the volunteers who came out today.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you so much.
Braving the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is looking spicy. Yeah, great shot from Lisa here. Yeah, but to your point earlier, the direction, it's, sometimes you get tee pads that are laid down for old holes, like hole layouts. You'd have to ask a guy named Justin who kind of runs this course now about what that design is. But I do know that when I played this probably back in 2017, 2015, there was a big hyzer line. So I would take that gap. But looking at your shot there, I should probably do that in the future.
Yeah, it just got gobbled up by that thin one. I remember that and just feeling like it came out of my hands so clean. I probably gave it like 380 feet of power and just got eaten up. Oh, Sarah, a little frustration there.
Yeah.
Which is so uncharacteristic. She's just such a delight on the course and just so encouraging to everybody. When I first started playing, she was the first person that was like super friendly to me on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. We were talking about both of us driving Honda Elements. We just like bonded over that. And she's just such a welcoming, joyful, very cheerful personality. And she always cheers on her competitors and just a true, true delight to play with.
I always love having Sarah on the card. And while we were having some good times there, we have some great layups here. Sarah with the cash in.
What a par save. Oh, she's happy about that. After she was just so frustrated. That's disc golf, man.
Yeah. Should have had a better layup. And then she has a better putt. And it's like, I don't know. It's the same score.
Yeah. Score's the same.
I think this is going to be pars for everyone here, correct?
Par, yep.
So no one kind of moving any positions here. A couple easy tap-ins there as we head into hole 18. Last chance to get some strokes here before we go back to Brewer. 273 feet.
This is my favorite hole.
It is? Okay. Tell me about it.
Par 3, 273 feet. I think this is just a very obvious power forehand if you have one. You have a ton of trees to contend with on the right-hand side, and it just makes the backhand very, very challenging. If you have an Annie, maybe you can throw it, but I think these trees on the left-hand side really, really cut off that shot. I am not capable of throwing a backhand Annie like that, but maybe these girls are.
Yeah, we'll have to see how everyone does. Cynthia probably trying to go straight to...
Get through it all.
It sure does. Gets through a lot, at least.
She'll have a look. Probably around some trees, but she's got a look.
Yeah, I'm really bad at this hole. I never know how to quite attack it. Sarah a little low there. She's going to be early and short and right there a little bit, but see if she has any gaps here. Lisa going to go with the forehand.
I was going to say, how often does she throw forehands off the tee?
Geez, this is second time? Second time this round.
Yeah.
And both times she turned it over.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to join her. I just thought it looked really fun. I just gave myself a thumbs up there of cool, good job. Like, love to see it. Because I parked it so many times in practice. It was like my favorite hole here. And you could just mess it up on tournament time, man. Who can relate to that?
Oh, every person should be able to relate to
Everybody.
that. Except for like a few select people, like, I don't
Yeah.
know, Paige Pierce, Paul Macbeth, you know, those guys.
Uh-huh.
They're like,
But they're not here, so.
you didn't practice that? How, I mean, what? It's like, oh,
I know.
leave me
so
alone.
Crazy. Did not, expect it either, but alas, here we are.
Sarah trying to play through the woods. She's going to get a forward kick there, but it's still going to be a long putt for her par.
Oh, Cynthia's going to have to do a forehand. Oh,
it's going to be
still
short.
putt, though.
I literally lined up the camera, too, because I saw that gap, and she's going to go Annie putter. And then she lined up the forehand. I'm like, well, I can't move, so.
We're committed.
Oh.
That was a good bid, Sarah.
Yep, high, just a touch too high there.
There you go, Cynthia. Still got that par. Well done.
Okay, Lisa.
Whoa.
Very uncharacteristic.
If
Jinx.
you owe me a Coke? Pinch poke, you owe me a Coke?
I'm pretty sure you owe me a Coke, but uncharacteristic for Lisa there. She's going to lose a stroke, and that means Lisa and Cynthia are 1 stroke apart after round 2, and you are just 2 strokes back from Cynthia. So we got this race here as Sarah waves to the audience and the camera there, and we have got ourselves a race headed into the final round. This is so exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Courtney shooting the hot round of even, actually, through this, and so she's also going to be tied with you. So she's going to move up. Sarah's going to move off that lead card, and we're going to have Courtney back on the lead again like we did in the feature, and it's going to be an awesome final Brewer round. I can't wait to do it. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll see y'all there.
Yeah, thanks, Stacey, for joining us, and we'll see you guys for round 3.